Hello and welcome to another episode of The Social Connection. I am your host, Luis Mendieta, and today we have pro martial arts right here with us. And we're going to be talking about how can we keep the whole family engaged with energy and have a lot of fun. So let's start with Ron Stencil?
Ron Stencil.
Stencil, yes, Ron Stencil. What can you tell us about what's more than anything else the martial arts?
Well, the pro martial arts program, right? It's a program that was created by Grandmaster Semaine, and I think everybody kind of understands what pro martial arts is, right? So the big thing with this program, it's the martial arts is the kind of the vehicle, right, with all the other benefits wrapped around it that we offer. You know, we do a lot with character education, bully prevention. Physical fitness, so all that stuff is wrapped around there with the fun of the martial arts. So that's kind of the genius of the program, is that it's the kids stay engaged. You know, our goal is to get them in at kind of a younger age, keep them engaged, and have them do their training and have some fun with it.
What are the ages, the youngest, I guess, that you can take your kid to try the pro martial arts?
Yeah, we have them, three.
Starting at 3, yeah.
Yeah, they come in 3, and it's really, we call it the Little Rhino program.
Okay.
So from 3 to 5, it's a shorter introductory program that works on their balance and just some coordination skills and gets them familiar with some of the martial arts moves. And then once they get to the point where they can sustain that, then we take them into our basic program, which is a little bit longer class, and then those ages, you know, from 5 to teens, and then we have adults, so anywhere from 3 to 93, right? So we cover them all, and we have different levels of programs to support all the ages and skill levels.
Well, that's it. How many instructors do you have?
Right now we have 4 total.
5 total.
5 total. We have our chief instructor, Bratton. I mean, here's a good example, right? Our chief instructor is, is it okay to say how old she is?
39 years young.
Yeah, he's 39. But she's, we'll just say she's over 50, right?
Okay.
But she's still in the martial arts, and she's great with teaching the kids, and she has a lot of great life experiences, and she's our chief instructor. Okay. Right, so then we have 3 or 4 other instructors that, again, all follow along with the program. And you know, Mike here himself, he's our program director, and he's also second on. Mm-hmm. And so he kind of gets involved with the instructing and the teaching and running the program as well. So, and I'll say too, I mean, one of the things that make this work is that staff. Mm-hmm. You know, because everybody, you know, buys into the character building, the character education, you know, the discipline, the attitude, all the stuff that kind of goes into the martial arts. The whole crew kind of buys into that and teaches that, so that's what kind of makes it work.
And Mike Shimley, what is it that you do actually for the martial arts? Yeah.
What do I do for the martial arts? I'd like to promote the martial arts for what it is. It is an art form. It's something not only for the body, but for the mind and for the spirit as well. And so anybody, any age, like Ron kind of alluded to, it's something that's good for them, and it's something that can be good for the community. Anybody out there can punch or kick, but what we teach is a lot more than that. We teach them character, building good habits at a young age, and for the whole family, developing good and positive communication skills so that they're confident when they go out in real life.
Very good. If somebody has a disability, can they still do actually martial arts?
Yeah, you know, one thing we tell the parents, the kids, or anybody that comes in, right, is that all physical abilities and all skill levels the program works for. I mean, we've had some people, people come in with a disability or like an Asperger's or some kind of issue that they've got to deal with, and we get them in the program. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's for them, sometimes it doesn't work out, but our goal is always to help, right? And we I think with our instructor base, right, we have the patience, and we kind of work with them, and we're able to give them that attention in the class that kind of helps them along with whatever they're dealing with.
Yeah, very good. Now, how long does it take a program? Is like you graduated from one thing to you pass to another, or how does it work?
Yeah, it's a belt ranking system. You know, we go from beginner white belt all the way up through black belt, and And I always, when I'm talking to the parents and the kids, I really try to get this almost to be a lifestyle, because you can get you can work your way up to your black belt in 4 to 5 years maybe, depending on the student and how they work at that. But really, it doesn't stop there. I mean, all the stuff that we teach are skills, are lifelong skills. So we try to, and the kids that we have in there, I mean, if you have your black belt by the time you're a teenager, I mean, you're just starting out, right? So by the time you're in your 20s and your 30s, I mean, it only gets better.
Right.
Right.
Right, I'm sure. So you get to participate also with kids
Yes.
and adults. Now, what can you tell the adults to be able to have a lot of fun and exercise? I guess energy, more than anything, is a lot of energy that people can develop doing this kind of things, right?
Yeah, and it's a unique opportunity outside of traditional sports where you have parents that are dropping their kids off, or the most interaction is generally a coaching type of interaction. With the martial arts, we have a lot of families in there right now where it's a mom and or dad and a 4-year-old or a 12-year-old, and they're all in the same class together, learning together so that they can work together. And again, the communication with the family, it's just going to make that bond tighter. And like Ron said, it's about life. It's not just about those hours that they spend in the dojo. It's about the rest of their life and having a happier, more positive life afterwards.
Yeah. And you know what you realize? There's a lot of tough moms out there.
Yes.
I think maybe they use that as a fear tactic, right? Their kids see what their moms can do.
Sure.
I'm not messing with mom.
Yeah, they are.
You want to make sure that you do the right
gotta
thing.
get out
All
of the
right,
way.
because I've gone to pro martial arts. I got to tell you this. Anyway, well, let me ask you. So, what is the introduction when you do when somebody goes into pro martial arts? What the introduction thing that you offer to the people?
The great thing about our program is it's come try it for free, right?
Okay.
We always advertise, come on in, take a couple classes. We give you a uniform, you fit right in. And one of the cool things what this program does is, like when you first come in, for your first trial, you don't have any belt, right? We call them, we call them the magic words, 7 magic words or words of respect, depending on their age. So what they do is they come in, they take a class, and then we obviously we invite them back for the second class. And when they come back for the second class, they've got to say their 7 magic words, which is just yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, please, thank you, and you're welcome. So they say that, and we kind of give them their belt in front of the group over there. But what we're instilling is good language and manners, right? So in the studio, and the goal is to have them practice, use it in the studio, and take it home with them at home, at school, and doing whatever. And it's amazing some of the feedback you get. And we've had stories, right, where the mom will come back in and say their student was at school and they answered the teacher like, yes, ma'am. And the teacher thought they were screwing around with them.
Right.
Like, what do you mean, yes, ma'am? But it's just that kind of nice manners that we're trying to instill in the kids.
Well, I think that more than anything is the discipline. You're learning to have discipline on yourself and being courteous, and I think it's one of the greatest things that anyone can pass along, especially in a place like yours.
Yeah, and we have, in part of our program, we have, when the students can earn stripes on their belt, right? We have our discipline cards where when they're doing things at home that demonstrate discipline, they put them on their card, and once they get 10 done, they bring it in, and we give them a stripe and reward them for it. And actually, in our program, you cannot advance unless you have to have 3 stripes on your belt right before you, and then once you have your 3 stripes and know your karate, then we'll let you test for your next belt. Okay. So you really can't just do the karate. I mean, you've got to do the disciplinary actions. And again, we have a job list sheet that goes along with that. So it's maybe not the favorite part for the kids, but it's the favorite part for the parents.
Right.
Because they're making their bed, they're helping out around the house, taking the garbage out, and they're writing it on their sheets, and so it creates.
It's really permeating their entire lifestyle with, those good habits and like the jobs list and the character sheets. And in my time in the martial arts that I've been in a lot of schools that have been good, bad, and somewhere in between. But pro martial arts is really the first place where I've seen it so integral that not only do they learn that karate and put the time in, but earning those character stripes by doing those good things, whether it's turning off the video games the first time mom asks, helping bring in the groceries, just getting those skills out there where they're doing the right things early on.
Well, I think that really helps with the self-esteem too, because being able to do all those things, it make them feel good.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, and that's one of the biggest topics that we talk with the parents about is self-esteem, and it's just so much some basic stuff, just like looking somebody in the eye when you're speaking to them, or just how you communicate with people, because because of the electronics, right? In the texting, everybody's using electronic ways of communicating. But one of the things again that we try to teach the kids is, when you're talking to somebody, eye contact, and your posture, how are you looking, and not only that, when you test in our school, right? You're doing it, you're up front in front of an audience, so we try to build on that as far as presentation skills or confidence in front of a group. You're performing in front of a group. It's no different if you're talking in front of a group at school. So I mean, all that, it all ties together, which is good.
Right. Let me ask you, who is the oldest that goes into your pro martial arts? Do you have anybody that you can consider, wow,
what was the average?
It's amazing.
73.
73. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
73. And the nice thing about, with maybe that older demographic is, we have the instructors there, like our chief instructor, because she's a little bit, say the proper way, right? More mature, right?
Mature, right?
Is she can relate directly to the moms and the people that come in, that they're not these super athletes, right? They're just people trying to either learn something about self-defense or get their core strength or their balance and stuff like that, and the program is perfect for that.
Well, Ron and Michael, we want to thank you very much for being here with us today. And for all of you, remember, pro martial arts is the place to be. If you have the energy, if you want to keep your kids in line, believe me, those guys right here will teach them how to take care of that. And more than anything else, we want people to be involved and trying to do something and instead of just being with the electronics at home. So don't forget to come and visit us. And how can we get in touch with you?
Our phone number, 248-690-9186, and we're also at promartialarts.com/Lake Orion, and come visit us. It's a free trial, no risk. Bring the kids in and yourself, a good family environment, and we'd love to have you.
Well, here you have it, and once again, we want to thank you for watching us, and I wanted to let everybody know that we also will coming back again with Play All Basketball, and we'll be after these commercials. And welcome back to the Social Connection. We have Play All Basketball with Dave Smith.
Yes.
Hey Dave, what can you tell us about what's Play All Basketball?
Well, I'm originally from Indiana. I love coaching and watching kids grow in the sport of basketball. When I moved here in '97, I realized that there weren't as many opportunities out there for kids to get in the gym and play. So I started Play All Basketball. We managed gymnasium space for churches, schools, and fitness clubs. We help turn the gymnasium space into activities for kids and families to play basketball.
What are the ages of the people who actually join this basketball group?
We generally have third grade all the way up through adults.
Mm-hmm.
We try to group kids with the same skill level so that kids can grow without feeling intimidated in the basketball environment. So generally third through fifth grade, then we'll do middle school, sixth grade through eighth grade, and then ninth grade through adult or college.
Now tell me the story, how old this started? Because I know there's a story behind, so I would like to know.
So we moved here, like I said, I grew up in Indiana playing basketball, ended up playing football in college, but have always loved to coach. I'm a girls varsity coach at Walled Lake Western High School, and both my kids attended schools in Waterford and Clarkston. Well, over time, I noticed that there were a lot of schools that were closing, which means a lot of gym space is disappearing. So with our travel team and the basketball activities, I started going to some churches and asking if we could manage their gymnasium space. So we would work out arrangements with churches to use their gym space, and as time went on, I realized that there were more coaches that were in my position. They needed good, affordable safe, predictable basketball space. We ended up developing a relationship with Waterford schools. We run community ed basketball with them. We've worked with Independence Township, Clarkston schools, Clarkston community ed, and then work with several churches to build programs. So,
do you have any special events that you'll go and play all together, or is anything? What kind of programs do you have?
Sure. We run open gyms in Waterford on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and it's only a few dollars per kid, and we share that expense with the school system. We also do the same thing with churches, where we'll take their gymnasium space and they'll give us a certain day of the week. We'll manage that space for them. The church gets a revenue from that, and then our kids benefit from really low-cost activities.
What are the results after the kids being, playing basketball? How do they feel? Do they gain a lot of self-confidence, or what happens?
Well, our goal too is for the kids that come and play. They come and they're all different skill levels. A lot of kids want to make their elementary or middle school or high school basketball team. Our goal is to give kids a good, affordable opportunity to get better. So our goal is to send kids back to their recreation league or their high school or middle school or elementary school or travel team a better player. A lot of times kids don't have the opportunities to get inside and play. Schools are using their gyms for school activities, and so we try to open up those opportunities for kids who may not be able to get inside. So,
right. And who are the coaches?
A lot of them are parents. A lot of them are parents who they have kids that want to play. Maybe they played in high school or college, and they want to continue to be involved and work with their kids. And so we'll even spend time helping kids and parents with activities. So we'll help parents understand how to coach a little better. We'll help students understand how to be a part of a team, how to grow on a team, how to contribute. And every kid has a different skill level, maybe a different skill set. So we try to build activities that will help everybody learn. We do camps, we do clinics, and we do individual training, and we'll do small groups for teams that want us to work with their groups. So,
will you be able to say help someone who has a disability or something, that they be able to do something with basketball?
Definitely. As a matter of fact, a few years ago we participated in a wheelchair basketball event at the Palace. We also do an event for the Pistons each year that involves Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan. We do a camp and a clinic that the Girl Scouts actually earn a badge. We also do some activities with Waterford schools. We do summer camps and we do an overnight camp in Clarkston. We do summer camps in Waterford. So we've had all activities for every level. And play all basketball really grew out of a need to see kids get involved in the sport. Basketball is kind of funny. If you take a shot and you miss it, you shoot it again.
Right.
If you take a shot and you make it, you want to shoot it again.
Right. So definitely it's a win-win situation there.
Exactly.
Another thing that I would like to know is, so the parents who teach these kids, do they have to do a special training or something in order for them to do this coaching?
There's a lot of different avenues out there to go through training. Even through the state of Michigan, the Michigan High School Athletic Association, there's opportunities there. We don't have a specific training program. A lot of it is just trial and error. Okay. Now, like myself and some others that coach for me have played college basketball or coached high school or travel basketball. So, some of it is a learning process for our coaches as well. But we try to create a good atmosphere where everybody can learn, everybody can have an opportunity to play and get better in their skill set.
Okay.
So,
do you still looking for those places that have the course so they can play basketball?
Oh, yeah.
Or around the areas and all that.
Yep.
Maybe some of the people who are watching us, maybe they will be interested in contact you
Oh.
if they have the opportunity to share, a basketball court for someone to you guys can play your sports and all that. That would be wonderful.
Definitely, we're always looking for new sporting locations and opportunities. So, people go to our website, playallbasketball.net. They'll see our photo gallery, they'll see locations, they'll see activities that we're working on right now. They'll see information about our camps, and there's ways that they can contact us to enroll their kids or suggest new opportunities for events. So.
How many teams do you have so far right now?
We really don't have teams. They're really more like opportunities to play.
Okay.
So generally what will happen, if we do an open gym, for example, we've got one going on tonight, we'll have anywhere from 8 to 12 kids that will show up. We'll do some fundamentals in the beginning. then we'll divide the teams up equally so everybody can play.
Oh.
The parents get to watch. We'll have maybe even some of the parents run the clock. We've had parents work as officials, and it's an opportunity for kids to get better, and that's really the goal.
So in your website should be something saying where the games are going to be, like a scheduled times and all
Exactly.
that, and
Everything
people
is
can
there.
just show up, and it's a guarantee that they will play, or
It's better to contact me first. I
Okay.
mean, generally they'll see the age groups that we have, like middle school and high school is tonight and Thursday. But if they're concerned, let's say if they're not sure what age group, have them contact me. And once I have enough parents or players interested, we'll maybe even create a separate group or a separate time for that group. You know, every sport kind of has its own season.
Right.
In the wintertime, we're really busy. Even now, we're actually fairly busy. So if parents are interested, contact me first through the website. We'll find out what we have going on currently. And if not, if we have enough parents who are interested, we'll create something new.
do you do also anything outdoors at all, or not really?
Generally, our basketball activities are indoors. We've had some situations where coaches have asked us to come to their practice that's outdoors, even if they're doing conditioning. Sometimes we'll do that, but most of the time our activities are indoor on a basketball court.
No.
So,
Well, that sounds pretty good, and I know that the Play All Basketball has so many opportunities for all kinds of kids.
yes,
And it's always something for someone to do something in the sport of basketball.
definitely, definitely.
I would like to ask you if it is anything that you would like to tell us about Play All Basketball that we haven't touched bases here at all.
You know, I think it's a great activity for families. It's a great activity for individuals, and it's a great way to learn and grow in sports and activities. So anytime, go to our website, playallbasketball.net, and see what we have to offer.
All right. Well, I want to thank you very much, the Play All Basketball, and right here with Dave Smith for being here with us today.
Great.
And once again, thank you for watching The Social Connection, and we'll see you in the next episode coming soon. Thank you.